What's up, y'all? It's Kristen and welcome back to my channel. This is my move-in plan with me, and I'm using this gorgeous kit called Harmony from Saucy Stickers Co., which is already pre-foiled to my selected foil, which is gold. I did flash my new freebie for Saucy Sticker Co. at the beginning of the video, so definitely go and check that shit out. You can use my code KALO15 for 15% off your entire order, excluding when she does her $2 Tuesdays, which are always fire. So definitely be sure to check her out. And I'm also obviously incorporating a ton of other shops, and I will leave their links down in the description bar below, along with any coupon codes that I may have. Just to get it out of the way, this video, as do all my videos, contain quite a bit of colorful language, so if that's not your cup of tea, I highly recommend that you mute my ass. So definitely just sit back and enjoy the ride. This was a crazy week for the most part. Actually, not for the most part. For the most part, it was pretty basic, and then I just did laundry more than once, so that was chaotic for me. But on a real note, this was my move-in week. I did just recently move out of my parents' house and move in to an apartment with my boyfriend of 4 years, so that's been kind of crazy, kind of wild. But when I'm filming the voiceover, this is actually going on our second week together, so we've been doing pretty good. We haven't fought yet. I did nearly chokeslam him into the ground because I asked him to make me a grilled cheese sandwich and he told me he didn't know how. So that was quite an interesting turn of events in our relationship dynamic, if you will. So good news is he's still alive. Bad news is he still didn't make me a grilled cheese sandwich. So that was very disappointing, but that happened today. And I'm just going to learn to let it go because you have to with these things, right? I'm using these really cute and dainty date squares that I always use from Scribble Prints Co. I just really like how this size looks when in any spread. I don't know what it is. It's just like very simple, very small, very modern. And they don't like pull away from the spread, but I don't know. I really like them. I also went and looked back at a spread that I didn't use date covers on, and I was like, that is the ugliest fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I was like, I don't know why I did that. It literally just looks like I ran out of money on that spread, and I was like, I'm better than this. I am more than this. So I love doing the date covers, and whenever I'm like looking at different shops and I see that the kit doesn't include date covers, I'm like, okay, next. This is 2020, y'all. It is time to put some date covers in your damn kits. Please, Lord baby Jesus, make it happen. That was dramatic. I did not need to bring the Lord nor baby Jesus into the mix, but here I am, and I did. So with this, I wanted to use my favorite box, which was this Cactus box, and I really like it. It's kind of hard to tell, but on the cactus itself, there's like gold flakes that count as like the little cactus prickly prickles, whatever, they're little spiky things, and I just really like that detail along with like the smokiness of that black detail in the I want to say in the foreground of the photo, but that's just dumb because that's not a correct term, and it also sounds like foreskin. So that's not where I wanted to take this video, not today at least. So I'm going to throw that back in the old toolbox and just move on. So I used this Simply Gilded 5mm washi. It's from like the nudes collection. I think they're called like neutral or something. It was like the first one, not Blush Baby. I've been so out of tune with Simply Gilded that it's all of the new washi names have just like, I don't fucking remember, like, sorry, but that's what I'm using. And then I'm using this gorgeous little sticky note rectangle box that comes in the kit now. So if you didn't know, Saucy Sticker Co. did redo her kit format. I believe for the most part, they normally have the to-do and today headers instead of the like confetti gold headers that I'm used to. But this kit, I luckily still have the gold confetti headers. That was the worst bunch of sentences that I've said in a really long time. Like that was a conglomerate of messy thoughts and unorganized sentences. And I apologize on behalf of my I don't know what I was going to say. I was going to say on behalf of my ELA certification, but I'm not a certified fucking teacher. Thank goodness, right? Because then you would really start to question the education system of America, let alone in Texas. But yeah, so I'm working on it though. I am starting to get my teaching certification, which is, Francisco, I'm doing a voiceover. Oh my gosh, he is worked up. I heard him slam those headphones down, and here he comes. Oh, he shut the door. He is pissed off, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I started my certification process, and that's kind of, it's proven to be a lot. One, because I have no instruction at all. Like, I literally joined the thing. I had clear instructions on how to pay for the certification, but there are no instructions whatsoever about like the process of which I'm so like the order of the classes that I have to take and like where I turn in my assignments and how I do all these things. And it doesn't help that COVID-19 happened to be, taking on its big moment the second I started my certification process. So not only do I not have a representative to like contact for my questions and things, but the whole thing is just kind of one big jumbled fucking mess because nobody has answers to any of my questions because I'm supposed to do like observation hours and now I can't do that. So I'm supposed to do all my observations online, but there's no way for me to access the assignments that go along with the observations, and somebody has to sign off on my observation, and I don't know who the fuck is going to do that if it's, not available online. So I don't know. But enough with my teacher rant because half of you don't give a fuck. And guess what? I'm with you, sisters. I am not offended because truly, I don't know where I was going with that. So we're just going to skip over it. I'm using these confetti headers that came in the kit. I think I already said that earlier, but I didn't know what else to say. Ooh, that shine's looking real good. Also, just a fun fact for you, my new setup in my office that I share with my boyfriend who is gaming all the fucking time. The new office setup is ridiculous. I am literally hanging my tripod to the wall using the camera strap that's supposed to go around your neck. I tied an Erin Condren planner elastic band to the end of said neck strap, and then I take the Erin Condren elastic band and I thumbtack it to the wall. And that will give me the overhang I need in order to get the perfect overhead shot for Plan With Me's. So that is my current setup. And I'm sorry if you can hear my dog. He's very emotionally distressed right now. He sees somebody in the parking lot that's wearing a blue polo, and he's just not very open to the idea of a blue polo. He prefers a white polo, sir. So I hope they can fix that for him before he starts to bark. Anyways, that was my ridiculous setup of my camera. I'm going in with these these rose-colored days. Yeah, those are the words. Rose-colored days. Full confetti boxes, full foil confetti, blah, 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 whatever. I don't know what she calls them, but they are the on the roll version of bougie boxes. So that's what I use to make the bougie boxes instead of paying $1.45 for one sheet of 4 bougie boxes from SPC, because then I am creating so much fucking waste. So this way I am reducing my carbon footprint and making my planner look gorgeous as fuck. So that is what we did there. Bada bing, bada boom. There she is. She is flashing. She is gorgeous. And she is environmentally friendly. Not the friendliest, but the friendlier. So that is that. I didn't put in my sidebar scripts because I'm a fucking dumbass and I forgot that I own them. But typically I would put down the ones that I had custom from Sticky Sloth Designs. Definitely check her out. I got a code for you. Duh. It's planning Kalo30 for 30% off your total order. And it does apply to $2 Tuesdays. So definitely go and check that shit out, bruh. Okay, let me catch my breath before I start doing this. I'm literally so out of breath. I refuse to stop this voiceover because I'm going to try and incorporate some vlog footage. I said that out loud and I might regret it, but I don't want to stop the voiceover, so I'm going to hold on. This is a short video, so I'm like, I need to amp it up. I need to incorporate some videos in there, or I need to frickin' just do it all, do the voiceover in one sitting and be done with it. So anyways, wow, I'm already behind. Okay, so I put in a Once More With Love munchkin holding a pencil and then a lesson plan script from Letters to Apollo. Why did I do this? Because I was lesson planning with a pencil. That's why. Also, I used a full fold hexagon from Saucy Stickers Co. Use code KALO15 for 15% off your purchase. And I layered over a coffee cup from the kit. And then I used a Starbucks script from Letters to Apollo. And I actually didn't leave my fucking house, so please don't roast me. I didn't go get Starbucks, but I didn't have a script that said coffee run, or not coffee run, coffee from my Keurig. I didn't have a script that said that. So I used the Starbucks one because why? I'm a fake bitch. Thank you for asking. I also used this small circle thing that is new to the Saucy Sticker Co. kit, compliments of the new kit reformat. And honestly, I don't know how to fucking use them yet. It's still a work in progress. I haven't figured it out. I feel like the circle ones would look good with longer scripts, probably from Letters to Apollo that typically cover the whole box. But it's a learning process. It's a learning curve, Kalo. So just got to back it up with ease. Just got to back that shit up like you're J-Lo and just keep on going. Moving on. I did laundry, so that's why I used that, and that laundry script is from the kit. I did laundry on a Monday, so that's how you know I was actually trying to get shit done this week. I used a paper and milk Maru on a computer on a half box to mark in that I was on a computer for quite some time that day. Don't really know what I was doing because I honestly made it up. So I also used a flag from the kit to mark in that I was binge watching. I didn't start Quantico yet. I was binge watching something, but I hated how the flag looked because it didn't fit, so it looked stupid. So I used a hexagon that came with the kit, and then I layered over the TV icon also from the kit, and used a binge watch script from Letters to Apollo. Use code PLANNINGKALO10 for 10% off. Moving on to Tuesday. Starting off on Tuesday, starting strong with a current mood character sticker from Whimsical Cat that really just expressed how I felt that day, which was fuck that shit. So I used a fuck today script from Letters to Apollo just to kind of signify that it wasn't the best day. Basically, to make a long story short, I had to go through a whole lot of mental trauma that day trying to decide if I wanted to move out of my parents' house against my parents' wishes, and that really put a strain on me because I love my parents and I also love my independence. So it was a real tug and pull because my parents were telling me like I needed to be aware of COVID and not move out and just really think about it, and it was a lot. So I did not like that day, so that's why I marked it in such a way. Also at the bottom of the day, I used a quarter box and a munchkin holding a shit ton of boxes to mark in that I packed my closet up, and yes, it took a shit ton of boxes. And then I used a heart from Clever Gal Crafts and a grading paper doodle from Roy Sweet Addiction, and then a grade paper script from Letters to Apollo to mark in, you guessed it, grading papers. Moving to the top of Wednesday, I don't know if you guys know, but I'm like really over planning. I'm not planning, but like doing this voiceover. I'm like sick of myself. Anyways, going into Wednesday, at the very top of Wednesday, I used a Keurig doodle from Little Paper Prince to mark in that, you guessed it, I had coffee from a Keurig. I mainly did this not because I wanted coffee that morning, but because I had to use all my K-Cup pods because my mom would not let me pack them. I just felt like it was kind of ridiculous to have all these Keurig pods staying there, so I decided to drink a shit ton of coffee that morning. I was very energetic moving into my laundry day that I did for the second time that week, again going to show that I wanted to get shit done that day. So I used a Fox and Pip Girl with the laundry basket to mark in that I was doing laundry, and by doing laundry I mean did one load that took 4 hours to do, and I never folded it, and I threw it in a box and taped the box up, put it in my car. That was me doing laundry. Later on that day, I had virtual school, so I had to get on and tell my kiddos all about figurative language, and not only did they not care about the lesson, but they ignored me, so that was a good time. Online learning is so good, y'all. It's so good. This is so fun when you make like sarcastic voiceovers. It's so good. This is something I actually really like that I did. I took a half box, flipped it over, put these boxes from Once More with Love's moving day sheet, and then I used these scripts that I had custom made from Kinsey's Creations that say pack, and I just marked a large chunk of time that I pretty much packed the entire night. I was packing my closet up, I was packing my shoes, I was packing just like random things in my room, like my memory boxes, my jewelry cases, just random shit I had all over the floor. I was just throwing shit in boxes at that point because I had to make a decision. I was like, you know what? Just put it all in a fucking box and I'll decide when I get to the apartment. So that's what I did. On the top of Thursday, I had another class that I had to do online, and this one was actually being observed by my coach, so it put an uncomfortable amount of pressure on me because she always comes in and she's like, I'm just here to enjoy your class just like your students, but then I get like these emails that are like, actually, I enjoyed your class, but this is all the things that you should do differently because I didn't like it at all, and I'm like, Thank you. And I'm totally open to criticism, so I'm not like being for real like at any point in that. Like I really do accept criticism to the highest point because I want to be the best educator I can be for my kiddos. So I love my coach. She is great, but it just puts so much pressure whenever you know someone's watching you and literally writing down every mistake you make, and you can't just kind of brush it off because someone's literally there to catch your mistakes. So that sucks. Also, I used a doctor thing to mark in an OMG script, basically just to say because somebody that I know almost had COVID-19, and so it was a really scary moment because if they had COVID-19, there was a potential that my boyfriend would have been infected, therefore I would have been infected if we moved in together, so we were kind of waiting for their results to get back before we decided if we were moving or not, so it was kind of like this big stress day, and it lasted up until Friday afternoon when we find out, so spoiler alert, we're all good now. Going into the bottom half, on Thursday, I used a So Much To Do a bear from Bubba Bear Studios to mark in that there was a shit ton to do that day, mostly because I had to upload a lot of social studies lesson plans that I didn't get to, and I had to upload them like 20 minutes before the class started because I suck at time management this week. So that was that, and then I used a foil paint stroke from Chic Streak Sticker Boutique to mark in that I loaded up my best friend's car with all of the shit that I had already pre-packed and that I knew I wanted to take Friday morning when we got our keys. So I definitely marked that in using a Once More With Love packing icon, not an icon, what's it called? Character. Friday, I marked in that I was done with my morning class using the I'm Done script from See Amy Draw that's no longer available in her shop, and then the like happy school work thing from Happy Die. I don't really know how to explain it. Just to mark in, like, when I finish my class, y'all, I feel like that scene in High School Musical where they're like, summer, 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 and then they like throw their papers up and they celebrate summer. That's how I felt, but like celebrating getting my keys and paying my first month's rent. So love that. And then later on, I marked in with this like Winston character from Nightingale Paper Co. that I had to pack up my car and then take it over to the apartment to go get our keys. And then I use a fancy label and an OMG like loving, crying, happy Maru from Paper and Milk to mark in that I got my fucking keys to the apartment, y'all. If I haven't said it enough on this channel, my best friend is the literal MVP of my life. She came with me to the apartment and helped me sanitize everything top to bottom using medical grade sanitation wipes. And she was also my vlogger. So here's some footage for my first apartment. I hope you guys really loved that snippet. It was so much fun on our move-in day. It'll have a ton of memories that I will never forget. Our friends and family are the absolute most amazing people on the planet, and I feel so thankful that they were able to help us move in without breaking anything. So they're just the absolute best. I used a Take My Money munchkin to mark in that I had to pay our move-in costs, and then I used this little hammer from the Whimsical Cat to mark in that my boyfriend and his friends and my best friend built all of our buildable furniture, so our stools, nightstands, end tables, our bed frame, all that shit. They built it, and I used the I'm a Down Ho for a Good Time script, the OG, and I have some really exciting news. Those are coming to Kenzie's shop very, very soon, so definitely keep an eye out for that. If you don't already follow me on Instagram at PlanningKalo, I will definitely be sure to post on my stories whenever those get released. Going into Saturday, I really kind of had like a way slower paced weekend. On Saturday, we pretty much just started settling into the apartment. I put things into the cabinets where I wanted them to go. I organized the best that I could. And so I just used a emoji in a house to mark that in. And then I used this Maru with an Amazon box full of love and a bath script from Letters to Apollo to mark in that I started to unbox all the things that we had specifically for the bathroom, like our bath mats, our rugs, our towels, and it was just like opening a box of love because I'm so obsessed with our towels, y'all. I have these most gorgeous and plush, like blush colored towels with these really gorgeous regal navy blue towels, and it's so weird, but I'm like really obsessed with my towels. I'm like really excited about it. So marked that in, and then I just marked in that I moved a bunch of extra shit, and my legs were sore as fuck because we live on the third floor moving boxes and boxes and boxes. So I marked in that stairs are the absolute worst. And then I also marked in that I did it, and it felt so good that I made this apartment that was completely empty less than 48 hours ago feel somewhat like a home that I was going to be living in. So that was great. And then on Sunday, with a paint foiled paint stroke from Chic Streak Sticker Boutique, I used a Planning Like a Pro Ava couple girl to mark in that my boyfriend and I woke up together for the first night in our home. So take your mind out of the gutter, cochina. It was just a night of, I don't know, it was just so nice to wake up next to him knowing that I'm going to spend the rest of my days waking up to the man of my dreams. So that was fun, and enough of that mushy shit. I lesson planned. The Wi-Fi guy came, and so while he was there, I was taking care of Jax, and we were lesson planning, and then my screen is going to cut out right here, but I basically just marked in that I worked on my computer once the internet was set up. And then I went to the grocery store where I spent way too much money on groceries because half of them literally expired before I got a chance to use them. And then I used another couple girl Ava with the Couple is Kissing to mark in a beautiful, sweet, romantic end to a gorgeous fairy tale story for my weekend. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye, y'all.